The Associated Press recently reported that U.S. immigration officials are asking the public and federal agencies to comment on a proposal to collect social media handles from people applying for visas, green cards, or citizenship in order to comply with an executive order from President Donald Trump. Digital literacy and skills development specialist Kadia Francis joins us via Zoom, and she's going to weigh in on this development. Good morning.
Morning, Kadia. How are you?
Hi, morning, Neville. Morning, Delia. Thanks for having me.
Delia and I were speaking before we came on. This has been going on for a while, hasn't it?
It's not new, no.
So why are we talking about it now?
Well, again, because of this new executive order, and what it feels like is that they're doubling down is now a zero tolerance kind of policy. But immigration officials always had this wide discretion to check everything from your luggage to your phone to your devices. So it's not new.
Yeah, why are they checking our social media status here? What are they looking for here?
Well, actually, they haven't said exactly what it is that they are looking for, but checking social media in and of itself is not new. If you're applying for a job, your boss or the person who is interviewing you may check your socials. Social media has become a surveillance tool for law enforcement, for immigration officials, etc., because we knowingly put our information out there, although unwittingly sometimes, share personal information. We share our thoughts on certain things. I read where a French scientist was turned back because when they checked his phone, he was exchanging messages about America and their stance on science. And the officials said that it was hatred towards U.S. policy and to the Trump administration, and he was turned away. Someone else was turned away because they said they were going on a vacation, but their LinkedIn status said open to work. So we actually don't know what it is that they're looking for, but we do know that, with this administration, they are anti-people who are anti-Trump. Let's put it that way. And, putting things out on your social media, sharing your thoughts and your feelings, it's ripe with information that anybody can go and look you up and see what it is that you're thinking, saying, doing at any given time. Sometimes it's not safe, but in instances like this, it could mean you being barred from entry into the U.S.
Yeah, I'm reading here. It says Rachel Levinson Waldman, who's managing director at the Brennan Center's Liberty and National Security Program at NYU, says it's an expanded policy to collect from everyone applying for any kind of immigration benefit, including people who have already been vetted quite extensively. Yes. And she believes it points to, along with other signals the administration is sending, such as detaining people, revoking visas for participating in campus protests that the government deems anti-Semitic and sympathetic to the militant Palestinian group Hamas. So are there, in your opinion, specific things that they will be looking for, as she has alluded to?
I honestly can't speak to the policy and what they're looking for. Different attorneys have said different things. Immigration attorneys are saying different things. But what has been put out there, the news that we've been getting, is that what they look for on your phone is what you have been saying about the administration, about U.S. policy, and if there's anything that they feel might be terroristic, which is what they label the professor's messages as, terroristic and a threat to national security, that could play a role in their decision as to whether or not you gain entry into the country. People don't realize how much information they actually put out on social media. If you remember a couple years ago, the Kardashians got robbed in Paris because of information that they put out on the internet. So we have to be careful what we say now, especially if it is that you're looking to go to the US. You have to be extremely careful what you say and what you're putting out on social media. And it's not just social media, they can search your phone. So messages in your WhatsApp, etc., can also be searched.
Yeah. Kadia, I guess if I put stuff about my life on social media, then is me open myself for everybody to know what is going on in my life. Having said that, is there any kind of infringement on my privacy? If you are now going to take is me put it out, obviously, I accept that. But is there any infringement that you are going to now use it in a way that I might not want you to use it?
That's the thing about putting information out on social media. You never know how people are going to use it. That's how a lot of people have been scammed on social media, because we unwittingly put our personal information and other information out there. But these are public spaces, public platforms, and anybody can go on social media and pull up information on you if you are putting your information out there. So I will urge discretion on what you post and how you post. If it is that you feel the strong urge to have an opinion and use social media as a soapbox, have a burner account. That's what celebrities do if you feel so strongly about it. But no, it's not an invasion of privacy on a public platform.
All right, fair enough. What about if I'm having a discussion on social media with Delia? Again, it is on social media, but I'm having a private discussion with Delia. Can they jump on that too and do what they want with it?
Is it a private discussion on social media, though? We saw in the news recently where U.S. officials were discussing, military tactics on a social media platform and the brouhaha that came from that. Can it be private on a social media platform? Not unless your account is private. So if your account is public and you're speaking publicly, it's all fair game. As I said before, law enforcement use this information. It's a matter of national security as well. They can use that information against you. You voluntarily put that information out there and it's accessible.
What if it's a private discussion? What if it is private?
How is it? Well, as I said, is it a private account? If it's a private account, then sure. But remember, they can ask you to go into your private account as well. They can check your DMs as well. So there's nothing that's off limit for them. They have a very wide discretion to check just about everything. They can even dump your phone and look through stuff on your phone as well. So I don't know how private it can be if it's on social media. And again, if it is that you're traveling to the US, I would recommend that you either do a phone purge, you travel with a burner phone, or you clean up your social media accounts so there's nothing there that would, hinder them from letting you in.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, Kadia, but I'm thinking with the close relationship that the administration has with a lot of the owners of social media, we don't know the kind of technology that they use and the data that they have. So, I can use a burner account, but I'm using my information to create the burner account. So maybe they still have access. I'm just saying, just be careful across the board about what you say and do. And when I say be careful, freedom of speech is freedom of speech. If you feel that you can back what you say, but
daily freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences.
No, I know. That's why I say if you feel
generally speaking, just be careful what you say, and if you're traveling to the US,
consequences.
Exactly. Use a burner phone and save yourself the trouble.
Well, some people may say I want to live with the consequences. I'm not going to say that they shouldn't, but be prepared to live with the consequences. That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
I also feel like if you comment on. So, for example, the Gleaner has an Instagram page. TVJ News has an Instagram page. So I also feel like if I go to that page and I comment, would I also be opening myself to that kind of scrutiny? Not just on my personal page, but if I comment anywhere else, would I be opening myself to that as well?
Anywhere you go on social media, once you comment, you're leaving some kind of footprint, right? Mm-hmm. And it's traceable, it's trackable, especially if you have people engaging with it. So again, the only thing you can really do is be careful and think carefully what it is that you're saying and how is it that you're representing yourself in the online space, because you might think you are being discreet about it, but your face is there, your name is there. So how discreet can you possibly be? So just be careful, generally speaking, what you say and even how you present it, because you can be in opposition to something and there's a way that you can say that, but it's not private. It's out there in the public arena. Anybody can pull it up and see it. You don't know who is who and who's affiliated with who and how they might interpret something that you say. So just generally speaking, exercise caution when you're using social media platform and understand that in 2025, anybody can pull up your information, potential employers, even schools. You're applying to colleges, whether here or abroad, and you are sending in your application. They might look at your socials, and if they don't like what they see, that might mean you get rejected. So we just have to be careful.
Yeah.
So I guess even though we're talking about the United States and visa and green cards, this is like right across the board. I guess you should be
Right across the board.
careful what you
Schools,
say, period.
law enforcement,
Yeah.
etc. Anybody can access your information and look at how you're presenting yourself in a public forum, and that may, that may cause problems for you in your personal as well as professional life.
All right, well explained. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Blessings.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for being
much.
with us this morning. Digital Literacy and Skills Development Specialist, Kadia Francis.
Up next, the importance of conversation.